What was the name they used for that in the book on your left? Your left.
Automatic black iron pipe threader.
No, that's not the word they used. Tim Polio.
300.
Nope, that would be the manufacturer's name.
Oh, all right. My bad. My work just calls it the 300.
Yeah, well, your state exam is not going to be allowed to be used that kind of language because it's actually a model number for a specific manufacturer who's a really good manufacturer, but we can't be like sanctioning them on because there's a lot of other manufacturers that make this thing called a power drive. It's called a power drive. Rigid 300 power drive. There's all different types of power drive. That happens to be a tripod power drive. Rigid isn't the only company that makes them. And then the thing on the right is same type of situation, except it's used for another purpose that some of you will kind of use it for and be doing certain kinds of work, and some of you won't. Anybody? Gavin Hillier.
Is that the roll grooving tool?
It's very good. It's a roll groove.
That is correct.
Roll grooving power drive. It's actually a whole setup that you can do a whole bunch of different things with. Some of you will use those, some of you will not. The only thing about power drives and threading machines and roll grooving, for all of you that have used any of this equipment already, is they're very low torque speeds because they're either threading pipe or cold grooving piping or tubing, depending on what you're doing. But to be quite honest with you, there's some horrific accidents that occur with plumbers and gas fitters in this equipment and sprinkler fitters because people haven't been taught and appropriately had any education on how to operate this equipment. These are pieces of equipment. If nobody has showed you how to use them, if you don't understand them, they can hurt you and they can kill you. Once again, when you've been around as long as I've been around, you see some pretty horrific accidents and some pretty horrific deaths when people have used this equipment. They don't pay attention to the long hair, holes on hoodies and jewelry, necklaces. They lean over to look at something and their foot's on the pedal. Somebody's horse playing around or something happens, they get distracted. Their foot pushes the pedal. It catches their hair, it catches their hoodie, it catches loose clothing. They panic. They panic in such a way that they don't even pull their foot off the pedal. Or worse yet, they've stuffed a piece of wood in the pedal or a brick or something like that. And they can't stop the machine. And the machine either chokes them to death or crushes half their head. And those are the real things that can happen. And those are the real things, unfortunately, I have witnessed. And hopefully you never have to. But any of you who have been around and so many of you who are part of the first responder community, you know that kind of shit can happen. Because you've probably seen more than I've seen, and I've seen a lot. But I bet you've seen more. Every tool has a personality. You either respect that personality and learn the personality, or it'll bite you and hit back and it'll kill you. And we don't need anybody dead.